KO4RIQ, W4TMD Mobile. Dave, if that was you there, you're definitely in a bad spot. Anyway, good morning to you.
Good morning, Tony. KD4JFD Mobile.
Bruce.
What's the weather like down your way? My sister was telling me they're having flash flood warnings, and I hadn't seen anything to make me think it's going to flood.
Sprinkling, they got a tornado watch out for this area.
Well, didn't know that, so I guess I learned something. I will keep my eye open, and if I see one, I'll let you know. But anyway, we're having a good day. Done good. Started out the school year with 16. I'm up to 22 now. And Friday is going to be interesting because for some reason they're letting the high school and the middle school out at 1 o'clock. And I usually start my elementary run at 1:30, so I'm not sure if we're going to have to pick them up early enough to make it to the elementary school on time, or if we're going to have to make the elementary school kids wait.
KO4RIQ here. Good morning, Tony, Bruce. How y'all doing this morning?
Doing fine, and I'm going to go ahead and sit to the side, let y'all do your Q-Cells. KD4JFD.
Yeah, good morning over there, Dave. Yeah, it's supposed to be some sure enough crazy weather today. I mean, I don't know it. There's a lot of moisture on top of us, but there's just not a whole lot coming down. Getting a sprinkle. What's it like over there around Flowery Branch?
It's sprinkling pretty good right now. We had it pretty hard a little bit ago, but it's calmed down a little bit. But I think the radar showed that there's a band of red coming up towards us here. Should be hitting us the next half hour or so. So it's probably going to get pretty bad by the time we get inside. Hopefully it'll wait at least until then, anyways.
I know you're right. And I don't know. Hatton Moore woke up this morning with an alarm, and there was a tornado watch issued in this area. Message came across the phone. So I don't know. Kind of watching it on the radar at the house. Yeah, there's a bunch of it heading this way. According to what I was reading, it should have been all over us, but I don't know. Apparently, maybe it was just a little foresight there or something. Or hopefully it was, just because conditions, I guess conditions could be favorable. You know, it's nice and warm outside. You got supposedly thunderstorms, but I ain't heard the first thunder. Seen the first lightning, so I don't know. Maybe it's on its way though.
I think it's coming up with that red band of storms. But yeah, my daughter, she texted me telling me there's a warning today. So this morning, since my mother-in-law was out of town. Earlier, also
Dave, I think I caught 30% of that. Yeah, you was real choppy that time. But, you must be in that bad location. We'll have to get you a different antenna set up or something over there. That I would think you would be making the machine a little better than that. It's starting to rain over here. I'm coming into Oakwood over here on McEver Road. It's not a It's just a heavy sprinkle. It's not a hard rain yet, so I imagine we're going to get it here in a little bit. This is W4 TMD Mobile.
Anyways, up there, let you go. I think I'm going to go ahead and get inside before it gets worse, so trying to figure out what's going on with my radio here.
Dave, yeah, they said something's up. I mean, if you've got a mobile radio and you got an external antenna, there's something definitely wrong right there. And when you're in there, you got super loud audio. I mean, it's not that. It's not that you're low in audio. It's just you're losing signal or power. Seems to make it to the machine. So yeah, you ought to be doing better than that with a mobile radio. Anything over 5 watts and an external antenna, as close as you are. So, all right, yeah, I'll definitely do some investigating there after all this mess goes away. And I think tomorrow, is between now and tomorrow, and then after tomorrow, I think it lightens up some. 7-3, we'll catch you later, W4 TMD Mobile, standing by.
ZFB in the mobile.
Radar confirmed tornado just west of Milledgeville. In case you want to.
You said there's a confirmed tornado landing west of Milledgeville there, Richard?
Yes, radar confirmed. They said if you was there, you couldn't see it. It's raining so hard.
Yeah. It's coming down pretty good over here. I think it's going to loosen the soil up pretty good over here with the amount of rain we're getting right now.
Yeah, I've been watching this. All right, it's starting to get starting to get fun now. Maybe we'll be okay.
Yeah, you got any big trees around your house?
No. I had that one tree that was about 105 foot tall. I had it cut down here about a year, 2 years ago now. I wish I didn't have to do it, but I had a little root rot coming up. I finally just cut it down, but that's why you used to time with dipoles too.
Oh yeah, I got you. Well, yeah, it's going to be I think over the next week it's going to be kind of a back-to-back storm kind of thing, from what I understand. Unless it's changed from when I looked at it yesterday afternoon.
Well, Grace is coming up. They got Grace going toward Texas to the Gulf, so we'll see how the steering currents, turn it around.
Roger, you been listening to any of the HF stuff that's coming from Haiti on the from where they had that earthquake?
Negative. I am. I turned on past there, so I just been sitting here watching me.
Yeah, Roger. I know you got to drag coax halfway across the house to plug up HF over there. And Mama don't like it all the time.
Yeah, I can get by every once in a while, but you're right, every once in a while she'll let me. But if she's doing something else, no big deal. But just don't look good across the floor. Bill, well, you know how it is. Well, yeah, it's well, I've had one confirmed down there below LaGrange somewhere already. And again, it's radar confirmed. Just west of Milledgeville. And there's another one somewhere with the commercial.
I told my kids before I left the house that there's a potential for them to have to not practice the drill, but you're going to have to probably maybe go through the thing with much rains we're having and much, what's the word? Turning over in the atmosphere. Because I think that's what the hurricanes like to do, is to flip over in the atmosphere.
There's another box highlighted up around 20. Trying to see it won't show it over. It's showing that around Millersville right now. At Baldwin, Jones County.
Well, at least I'll say this, at least people ain't driving like morons out here where I'm at. Making that trip up towards Brazelton and 81, and everybody seems to be doing all right. And I haven't seen anybody stuck in a ditch yet either.
I was just thinking, that's down there, one area saying, just west of Millersville, that's down there where Dave's at. My old buddy, he talks up there on 3 watts. Every once in a while, down his neck of the woods.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his call or his name off the top of my head, but down there towards the Monticello area, or below the Monticello area, I think, isn't it?
Shadydale, Godfrey, down there, but in Shadydale, 86 miles from the repeater, according to how Google maps it out, point A to point B. And we talked to somebody down in Thomaston, I think you was there the other night, the other morning. Thomaston, what did I say that was, 114 miles? What did I say, 115?
Yeah, I think you said 112 miles on a short day. And could have been up to 117 miles. That's a long ways for a radio signal to travel.
Yeah, if you get up there, you got to get above all the vegetation. Should be a straight shot. It's amazing though what these radio signals can do.
Yes, sir, it sure is. And what 5 watts will do, 5 watts in HF, real small RF level, but man, when it hits somewhere just right, it makes an impact for sure.
Yeah, it's Casey for YMT. Weather watch.
So, Richard, you've been keeping up with the storm all night? KN4ZFB Mobile.
Yeah, I've been watching things about all night. It's most of it down south. But just now getting up there where it might really bother us. The first big band that really make any kind of racket was one that come through Millersville. And there was one up there on 20 a bit ago. I'm not sure. I think that's kind of phased out. But I think that was the Madison area. I think. I'm not sure. I can probably answer nothing about it, but it kind of spun away. It's not there no more. But these things just spin up and go away. No long life to them.
Any of them been hard-hitting tornadoes, or just spinners around? Or be curious to know about that. I'm sure I would have heard otherwise if it was something else. But I guess it's doing a little bit of damage, or they got any update on that?
Oh, I don't know. According to what they showed on radar, on TV here, they went back and looked at the radar, and they had a spot on the radar for out by itself. It's either a good sized one throwing up some debris, or it could be the way that it's just picking it up, but they really couldn't really decide. It's not been visualized yet, just been radar detected. And they had a spot where it looked like there was one there.
Yeah, storm chasers, I think is what they call them, to go assess the damage for that.
You seen any lightning or flashes yet this morning?
No lightning or no flashes this morning, Richard. Just a bunch of rain. So I'm hoping as we get a little further north that it seemed like it calmed down just for a second over here in just north of Winder, and now it's cranking back up. So I'm probably going from one little band to another little band, but I'm not having to run the wipers near as hard on this band.
Picking up a lot of lightning over here in Athens, Clark County. KN4 VBK Mobile.
Hey, Steve, good morning. Yeah, keep your head down low. According to radar, we got a band from Eatonton to Atlanta. Another band kind of from just below Gainesville over toward looks like Monroe. Kind of sort of got a lot of red down here. Lawrenceville, all the area down there, west, east of Atlanta, down to Eatonton and Athens is all covered up pretty good with reds and yellows.
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, I know. It's there's a tornado warning for Green, Morgan, and Oconee County earlier. A lot of ponding water on the roadways over here in East Athens. Guys, I'm going to get both hands on the wheel. Y'all be good. KN4 VBK Mobile.
All right, Steve. I'll report it as I get it. Y'all be safe. Yeah, Billy, I've seen another one down there in the Madison area. I said Madison, but they already played out, I think. But like I said, they just spin up and blow away.
Steve, be safe out there, and we'll catch you on the next go-around. KN4 ZFB. Richard, yeah, it's I haven't seen any thunder. It's just a bunch of wet droplets coming down right now. And it sounds like that thunderstorm's look. Is it mimicking what is going up the 85 corridor? So it stretches from Lawrenceville all the way up that way, or does it go further out east towards Athens? I know you said, or is it two separate ones? Because you said Gainesville to Monroe. Is that right?
Well, it's sort of scattered out real good. The whole area is red and yellow. Not really necessarily bands, but between that whole spot goes up 85, 95. I mean, it's all red and yellow. All red and yellow.
Oh yeah, so it's a big one. It's a big little thing. It's a big man. It's just crazy. Just crazy. Is it going to get pushed out of here throughout the day, you think, or is this one going to linger with us?
I got a girl here getting ready to go to work. It's KC4YMC.
All right, Richard, thank you for the weather updates. We'll be hanging out on the machine till we get into work. KN4 ZFB Mobile.
Yeah, they got one pretty good sized band stretched out from probably Smyrna down to Atlanta, down through Covington, down to toward Millersville. Pretty good band there. And another band kind of spreading out up above that, up there in your area. Just everything east of Atlanta and Athens. Cassie for YMC.
Yeah, Richard, I was just listening to 95.5 WSB, and they were saying this thing's gonna stick with us into the evening, and then maybe a drying trend come late Wednesday, maybe. Today's Wednesday. No, today's Tuesday. So late Wednesday, maybe have it cleared mostly up, and then they said spotted showers from then on. So we shall see. KN4 ZFB in the mobile.
Yeah, I've been going back and forth between the Woody channel and channel 5, channel 2. Sometimes I look at 11 or 46. It's just on my radar. This way I just push the button. But I normally watch channel 2. They got the best radar.
I think, in my opinion, they get the best radar in the southeast. But right now, it's just heavy rain is the biggest thing. Just lots and lots of rain, kind of swirling around. We'll have it for a couple hours. It's starting to speed up a little bit, so it won't be around here long.
But I'm looking at the radar right now, and it's pretty much a big green blob over all of North Georgia.
They're just a little above that, but everything, all the heavy stuff is east of Atlanta. I guess the corridor between Eatonton, Athens, Gainesville, Atlanta. That's where all the heavy reds and yellows are at.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing on the radar. It looks like Athens is getting some pretty heavy rain right now, and looks like it may go between us and Gainesville here in Harrell, so which will be fine with me. I'll take any break we can get.
We still got that tornado, at least the light's still on my weather radio. I hope we don't have any severe weather. That would not be a good thing. It is definitely going to be a wet one today.
Around. Might get a few trees down, knock the power out. We already got some power outages down south. But that'd be the biggest thing. The power goes out maybe for a day or two, if that long.
What, north of Columbus somewhere? I don't know what's going to happen. I know it is a gracious plenty rain on top of what we got this weekend. We ended up Saturday just over an inch of rain on Saturday, maybe just under an inch of rain on Saturday. This already 2 inches this morning, and if the wind does blow, it's liable to, I don't know, we've been kind of dry. Ground may not be too saturated, but may end up with a toppled tree or two.
Our property.
The last tree we had fall in our yard, and it actually fell on the house, but didn't do that much damage. We'd had some rain, but it had been dry for 3 or 4 days. It was a beautiful sunny day, and I heard this loud crash. Walked outside, and there were trees hanging, there were limbs hanging over the roof from the far side of the house. So, anyway, always a little excitement there.
Coming through. Just starting to come through. And we had no power here at the house. I sat here at the back door watching the wind blow. And it's kind of weird because I live down the hole behind a small ridge. And there wasn't a lot of damage on our side of the ridge, but on the other side of the ridge, there's several trees down on that road up there. So, it's funny how the wind comes through here. I guess it's happened with the heaviest wind took off on that side of the ridge, and that ridge kept it off my property. But don't want to brag too much about it. I start bragging on something's gonna happen.
Have my path in the work block with a pecan limb down across the driveway.
Way, otherwise my power will go out today for sure. But we've always had good luck. The wind is going to be the culprit of most things today, I'm afraid. And we're getting some decent rain bands right now, but nothing major. Since midnight, we've got 0.41 inches of rain, so it hasn't rained a whole lot, but it's just good and steady.
These that are falling out of his trees they're not go out and grab them and go limbs. These are go out and get the tractor and the forklift on the front, get them drug out of the way and deal with them later. That hopefully none of that for you. Hopefully what you can get will you can hitch a rope to it and drag it out under bob herring power instead of horsepower, Roger.
Yeah, fortunately we haven't had any that big come down. That would be bad. When we first moved in, we had some nice small, medium-sized trees, and I didn't thin them out, and I probably should have. Now we got a lot of big trees, but it does shade the house pretty well. It stays a few degrees cooler in our house than it does out in the sun, so I guess it's a mixed blessing. And we only had, like I say, one tree fall on the house, which has been pretty good for 40 years.
There was something up there in Morgan County, around Madison itself, earlier, but I hadn't heard anything else about it either. I think it's sort of fizzed out here about an hour ago.
It might get the top of the house, but they cleared out around our house pretty well, so we don't have to worry about too much falling on the house.
Let's serve about their activation and their run at the Dragon 40K.
Based on the Dragon Run 40K, I'm assuming you're talking about Joe and Catherine. Yeah, I saw the post. I haven't been able to take the time to watch the video yet, but yeah, I did see the link. This jackwagon, I don't know who he thinks he is, but yeah, that's the way you need to be driving through a parking lot in the rain, Jackleg. Yeah, I did see the link, but haven't watched the video yet.
I think 11's got a radar in the corner. Can't really see it though. 46, that's pretty good when they're not talking about news, but right now it's just, they ain't saying much about it right now. Not much going on. Just heavy rain right now.
Well,
yeah, I'm looking on the weather station, weather channel, and looks like it's going to track right over top of Atlanta, and that'll put Hart County on that northeast corner. So we'll just have to watch how things go. At 14 miles an hour, so it's pushing on a pretty good click. Showing Atlanta getting about 3 inches of rain along the center track of it. So looks like we're right on the edge of that 2 to 3 inch rain here in Hart County.
W4CMB mobile monitoring. W4CMB mobile.
KC4YMT.
It rained over at your house?
Oh yeah, it's been raining all night. Oh, no little light rain. Had a heavy shower come through here about 30, 40 minutes ago. Everything, east of Atlanta corridor, Atlanta, Eatonton, Athens, back over to Gainesville. It's all red and yellow on radar.
Just check the rain gauge at the house, and 1.2 inches is what it said.
I wouldn't doubt it. One day say we get 4 to 5 inches in some places. Your mileage may differ.
We needed my rain gauge is in the backyard, middle of the backyard on the post, so it's got a unobstructed view to collect water. And usually when it rains like this, I walk back there and the ground would just be rotten, but the ground was still really hard. It surprised me. I reckon it was sucking up this water as much as it could.
Yeah, I remember at work we had a rain gauge out in the middle of our yard, kind of, sort of, and we had our cameras could zoom around and pan around, And we kept her, when it started raining real hard, we had some bad weather come in, we zoomed the camera in on the rain gauge, you know, and just let us sit there and watch the rain gauge grow. Them panable cameras are nice.
I've got one in my front window at the house. I pulled up the radar. It's kind of look like all this rain's coming from the south to the north, kind of an odd direction. I guess from that tropical storm. But we need it. Need it bad.
Yeah, on the outside band, depends on where you at. Going north or south. Some of it can be coming from east to west. You know, right here. It's saying the center of the rotation of the low pressure coming through down here around Columbus right now.
I was about to ask you that, and I zoomed out on my app and looked at it, saw where it was at. Like some lightning south of us from this app, around Macon or above Macon and between Athens. I haven't heard any thunder throughout the night.
Yeah, they're showing lightning down there in Madison right now, in Madison, Georgia. And we got a line between Gainesville and Madison right now. And fixing the train over Gainesville, the way it's turning. So we're fixing to get some heavy rain up in our neck of the woods.
I usually keep a pretty good eye on the hurricane season and kind of watch it and keep up with it, but this year I haven't watched any of it or kept up with any of it. I get the text on my phone. I know there's maybe another one or two out there that's been downgraded or something, but I haven't, like I said, I haven't kept up with it like I usually do.
They got something down there around Jamaica spinning around. But it's headed toward the Yucatan Peninsula and down south of Texas. You know, once it is the Yucatan Peninsula, there's no telling what it'll do. It may change direction a little bit and go a little northward or what, but the steering currents right now, the cold front, warm front, whatever, there's nothing there to push it back, so it's going to go straight across.
Do you see any of y'all's local fire or law enforcement over in y'all's area? You've heard any trees down, anything like that?
I used to scan all these channels around here. I had a model program here. I used to be a scanner bug in the house, in the truck, whatever, all the time. But when Howard County and the city went digital, I just quit fooling with it. There wasn't nothing there to scan no more. It's all covered up. I thought about getting one of them nice fancy scanners, but I didn't. Never did get one. So no, the answer to your question is no.
Yeah, it's aggravating when they go digital. You got to fork out the money or do some work with SDR or something like that. I've been listening this morning. I've heard of been cleaning up a few wrecks and some trees down, but nothing major. The trees I heard that were down on little back roads, little country back roads. So it's probably stuff that had been laid over for months, and it's just now finally fell.
There was a twister confirmed down in South Georgia, down around Albany, somewhere down that way. I'm not sure it was somewhere down south, but had another one radar confirmed very just east of, west of Millersville, here about an hour and a half ago or so. And it looked like it might have been something in there. I didn't know if it was the way you zoomed in on it, on the radar, like it may have been picking up debris. There was another one also, too, up there at Madison for a few minutes. So all that's played out now.
My weather alarm went off last night. I guess it was in the early mornings, it was midnight or something. It woke me up. And I can't remember what it was. I think it might have just been a severe thunderstorm warning or something. It wasn't. I can't remember what it was. But I thought, well, daggone, y'all woke me up for that.
It was a tornado watch at 348, K4WCO.
Yeah, you beat me to it. Yeah, the tornado watch. Morning, John. They just showed water on the interstate here. Channel 5 out riding around. They got water on the interstate up as high as the inside wall. That's crazy. That's probably 3 foot deep maybe or deeper on that inside lane.
I got it. take it woke y'all up too, or you got it on your phone? I don't know. I like the weather alert system. I think that's one of the few things our government has gotten right. And I've heard them talk about pulling funding for it sometimes too. But the no weather radio towers and that whole system is just, I think, a grade A plus gold star. I like it. It's pretty neat. But yeah, it went off. I listened to it, whatever it was. I was like, well, they didn't seem, specific area or something like that, so I just went back to bed.
See if I got it. Morning, gents. Hope everybody's staying dry. Yeah, it went off 3:48. I got it on my phone, but I'm a big believer in the old school weather radios. I have one in the bedroom at both houses. It woke me up. I didn't listen to it, but I looked at the light. I looked at the light on the radio, and if it lights up amber, it's a watch. If it lights up red, it's a warning. Doesn't matter what kind of warning. And I just saw it light up, and I figured it was a tornado watch. So I just turned it off, went back to bed. But we've had, since yesterday, 1.06 inches. Since midnight, we've had 0.76 inches. So, good steady rain, took gobble out, didn't even bother with the radio. He took care of business. We both got soaked. And that's all that's going on here. So over to you there, Richard. Morning to you.
Yeah, good morning again. Yeah, I just didn't hear weather watch, I guess you call it. Had one confirmed down in Sumter County, down there in the southwestern corner of the state. I said another one possible there just east of Millersville. Another one possible there in the Madison County area, but I'm not sure what happened. That went there long. That's the only that trouble-wise. I ain't heard no thunder yet. Steve come there with VVK said it was thunder and lightning in Athens earlier. But Channel 5, what's Channel 5 right now? He said there's some lightning down there, little thunder boomer down there above Madison now at the time. So that's all the lightning I've seen so far. So far, I've been pretty lucky, but the way it's tracking, it's going to track right through Atlanta. It's going to go west of Gainesville and east of Dahlonega, so it looks like it's going to go right over Claremont. We'll see how the antenna holds up when it gets up there.
Just wonder how much wind's going to still be in it. By the time it gets up there, maybe it'll die down a little bit on that. But yeah, John, your rain gauge is about close to what mine is, so it seems to be a pretty even dump across the area, about an inch, a little over an inch. I got to check the one here in Carnes here in a minute. My dang low pressure line cut on my tire. I got to go figure out which one it is. I looked at them before I left the house, and none of them really looked that slack. So I thought, of all days to go get out in the rain and mess with something, you got to cut on me today. Get to do that today as well. But I'm about to drop off the little one here, so I'll go ahead and say 7-3. We'll catch y'all later. It's W4, so be clear.
All right, Clayton, be careful out there. That's where having a compressor in your garage comes in handy. And I bought a couple of digital tire pressure gauges the other day, about a month ago. Bought them off eBay. They were about $5, and I tell you what, they're very accurate. They're within a pound of the readings that I get from the tire warning system built into the car. So, kind of handy for when you're filling it up. See where you're at. I mean, my fill up valve has like a yardstick, for lack of a better term, that pops out of the top, but it's hard to read and it's not that accurate. So I bought these things, and they're, like I said, for $5, well worth it. Gives you a digital readout. It's got a little light on it, so if you're doing it at night, you can see. So there you go. K4WCL's eBay tip of the day. And it's starting to really come down here now. I mean, it was raining hard when I walked Gabo, but it's really raining hard now, Richard. In fact, my rain gauge has popped up 4/100 here just as I've had the microphone keyed down. It's just coming a deluge. And I've lost my satellite. And if we get rain like this all day, I really hope the basement don't flush.
Maybe not. My TV's gone off once already. Went off for about 5 minutes. And I had to come back on in low resolution, so I'll take it. And I hadn't heard the heavy rain here at the house but once, twice. It's doing it now. I hear the rain on the roof. So when you hear the rain on the roof, you know it's raining pretty hard. And I think the dog's hearing it. Yep. She got up, started walking around, checked the window out. But I hadn't heard no lightning yet or seen no lightning. VBK said he's had some down in Athens earlier, but it's just not getting up here. We'll probably be on that, right quadrant. On this quadrant of the storm when it comes through. We'll see what happens when it gets up here. So far, so good. It's KC4YMT.
It looks like the low is going to track right over Forsyth County. I'm also a little concerned about the wind. I got a tree in my yard that I keep saying I'm going to have taken down. And it needs to come down. It's going to come down. I'd rather it come down where I want it to come down and not on the house. Although from the way it looks, naturally it would fall to the south, which would, not hit my house, but don't really want to take any chances either. But there's nothing I can do about it today, so we'll just have to wait to see what happens, what Mother Nature throws at us. And Lori's been gone about a half an hour, and she hasn't texted me she's made it to work yet. I'm sure traffic is horrible, so I'll give her a few more minutes before I ping her, see if she's okay. I felt bad she had to get out in it this morning, and she felt bad for me because I had to go walk the dog, but at least I'm not fighting it in traffic. So, anyway. So far I've been quiet this morning. I hope it stays that way. Let me let it burp. Last Friday, I was fighting with a contractor who had 2 trucks to be delivered to a job site in Athens Monday morning. And he wanted to push him back to Tuesday. And, I didn't know what the weather was going to be like either Monday or Tuesday from that vantage point, but I was like, hey, they can't do that because that messes up all their deliveries for the rest of the week for other people. So I finally convinced him to take the 2 trucks Monday. He was concerned about the weather. So we scheduled them for Monday, Wednesday, Thursday this week. And now in hindsight, that was a really good decision because today is definitely the day you don't want to be out there unloading trucks. So it actually worked out pretty good.
Okay, K4WCL, KC4YMT. And just off the satellite again, and it was raining pretty hard here on the roof. It's probably going to sell it. It got your satellite. Just not getting here to me. It's trying to come back on. But yeah, it was raining pretty hard there for a second when I here on the roof, dog in here, and she started walking around looking out the window. Like she's looking for thunder, looking for lightning. But she knows something's going on. She's staying right at my feet. Clayton, get in there. Go ahead. Might as well go ahead, John. Or anybody else wants to jump in. KC4YMT.
All right, guess not. Boy, my rain gauge is flying. What did I say I had for a 24-hour period? 1.08. 2 or 3 transmissions ago. Now it's up to 1.22. Although the rain does look like it's letting up just a little bit. I was kind of hoping to catch Ben in here. I called him a couple times yesterday, although I doubt he'll be out there hiking this morning. But I went to get my hair cut yesterday, and the guy that cuts my hair and has been cutting my hair for 25 plus years. He actually bought the business about 7 years ago. He's a Forsyth County native and lives up in the northern part of the county. But anyway, he's involved in CERT, and he's talked about getting his amateur radio license. But he was telling me he was through CERT. He was volunteering at a church in northern Forsyth County for the vaccines. And then I thought, oh, Ben is doing the same thing. So I said, hey, do you know Ben Mathis? He goes, yeah. He volunteers out there with when we were doing the vaccines. And then I told him how I knew him. And, small world, I guess. Thought that was kind of fun, though. So maybe Ben can work on him to get his radio license. At one time, he sounded like he was going to do it. Then yesterday, he was like, well, we got a lot of radio operators in CERT. I don't know if I need to do that. And I said, you just have fun with it.
Well, some of you ham operators do it for a hobby. Some of them do it because they need it for the search and rescue and what have you. That's the only time you ever get on the radio, just for a situation like that. Some ham operator won't ever turn the radio on unless it's contest time. A lot of people don't turn it on unless it's going to hit a contest. So you know how it is. But yeah, Ben's already been on it about an hour ago, maybe. Hour and a half ago, Ben come in there, he's driving. I said, hope you're driving or not out walking. So he was on the way to that spot, that church you mentioned, I think. The volunteer spot. Well, yeah, he's already been on here now, and I cleared out.
All right, K4WCL. Maybe I'll catch him. On his return trip today. All right, looks like the rain has kind of let up here. That's a good thing. You might have heard me say yesterday, I got new neighbors moving in next door. Boy, what a miserable day to be moving. I noticed they pulled the for sale sign out of the yard yesterday, and I saw a truck over there a couple different times bringing some stuff over. I would imagine they'll have a U-Haul or something at some point today. I guess I'll get to meet the new neighbors. Richard, I'm going to clear out of here for a few minutes. I'll leave the radio on. I'm sure we'll be chatting about the weather all day today.
Yeah, my satellite's still out, too. Saying, tornado warning north of Madison. That's Madison, Georgia. I was saying a warning there in the south of Athens, at the north of Madison area. In case you're wanting to. Radar spotted one there around Appalachia, north of Madison. They're watching it pretty good on radar. In case you're wanting to.
Yeah, been sitting here watching that. I put my radar into that super res velocity, where you can see the velocity there. Now, I'm trying to learn how to use that. Starting to get a pretty good little handle on it. Yeah, I can see where the green and the red, right at the little focal point right there. That's where the circulation's at. Yeah, we're gonna watch that and see it. Watch out and see how that does. That's what I was doing earlier when the other one happened, and it didn't take long for it to fizzle out. So we'll see what this one does. KZ4 DQ. It is coming down like kitties and poodles over here.
Yeah, we had a couple of bands come through here earlier. About 10 minutes ago, a little hard one come through, and you hear it on the rooftop. And I had another one about 30 minutes before that. You hear it on the rooftop. When I hear it on the rooftop, it's coming down pretty good. When they're on I don't never hear it.
He was talking that velocity just updated, and it's actually gotten a little bit worse, so we'll see what goes on there. That right there really just, you look at the regular radar, you just see just a bunch of red and this, that, and the other, but whenever you put your radar into that velocity mode, that's when you can really pinpoint where the circulation's at. Do you ever use that I mean, I don't know what kind of radar you use on your phone, what have you. I'm using the radar scope. What I use on mine, put it in that velocity mode, and that really pinpoints where the circulation's at. You ever use that?
Yeah, sometimes. There we go. Yeah, I know the area down there. I know it's just north of Madison, north of Rutledge down there. So, yeah, I know the area pretty well. Yeah, it's right there at the Boswick area, between Boswick and Appalachia.
Now, David, that's what it was looking like. It was kind of heading towards the eastern side of that Boswick. Yeah, just to update it again. Looks like it's kind of inching a little bit closer towards Boswick, that circulation area, and still looking pretty strong. So that might end up being a little small tornado spinning up there. KZ4DQ.
Oh, yeah, it's still a radar spotted, but that's confirmed yet by no means. But yeah, just right there about 11 o'clock north of Appalachia, between there and Boswick. Yeah, I think it'll miss Boswick though, but we'll see. Just talking about it, maybe it'll help somebody out down that way.
Yeah, just to update it again, looks like it might be starting to weaken, so that tornado box might be going away here in a couple minutes. So that's the reason why I like using that velocity tilt 1 on that radar there. It really pinpoint right where the circulation's at. 'Cause, you know, when you get a tornado warning, it covers like the whole entire county. I like to know where the actual circulation's at compared to where I'm at in my county when it happens. You know, if it's happening 8-9 miles away from me, I won't have to worry about it. You know, back in the day before you could look at something like that, you just had to figure the whole entire county was under a tornado warning. Well, it is, but you just didn't know where the tornado would actually be at if there was one. Yeah, it looks like it's breaking down now, so that tornado box might go away here in the next 5 minutes.
They're staying until 9, so they'll stay with it till 9 o'clock probably. Just keep an eye on things. It's been it once already. That little over down. Yeah, my in-laws used to be that way. Hall County's under a warning, blah blah blah, you know, and I get the radar. That's South Hall. Don't worry about it, you know. But and usually though, when we get some over here, it's coming in from the west. When we get some kind of thunderstorm warning or tornado warning, whatever, it's always past us before you set the warning. When it comes, you know, we're on the edge of Hall County. It's usually too late when they beat on us. We got West Dawson County and Forsyth County pretty close when they get stormy. They usually put Hall County under something. It's too late for us. It's already past us or on top of us one.
I mean, that's the reason why I keep my radio just open. I don't do that. What do you call it? FIPS. Use the FIPS code where it only comes on whenever your county's under a warning. I always said to myself, well, that was stupid because usually your radar is 10 minutes behind anyway. By the time the county's under a warning, it's already done come over the top of you and cut the top of your hair off. I like to hear whatever's going on all around the counties around me, so I keep mine open. And that's how I'm hearing the warnings. Just within the Walker Mountain NOAA weather radio, just whatever it listens to, that's the counties I'm hearing. And today, we're not getting anything from the west coming towards us. Everything that's coming towards us, that's actually, pretty much southeast is heading northwest. So we're getting the stuff kind of coming up from underneath us there. And actually, this stuff that's happening now with this warning stuff, that's actually will be coming through the Gainesville and up into my area. That's how it's kind of moving, sort of going from southeast into the northwest.
And for HUD?
Yes, sir. Good morning. Go ahead.
Richard, this is Alan. I was just listening to you guys. I just checked Google Maps, and surprisingly enough, they've got a tornado warning symbol exactly on what they're reporting on Channel 2 News. I had never really noticed it on Google Maps, but I checked my iPhone and MacBook, and sure enough, it's exactly where they say it's at. So check your Google Maps.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know Google Map was that far into it. That's a good idea. It's showing a little bit of lightning up there. I ain't seen a lot of lightning in the storm yet. I ain't anything really. But this last little batch coming through right now. From Gainesville down to Athens. It's probably the heaviest stuff for the time being. But it's still, we still have to fight it.
That's cool. Yep, I pulled my Google Maps up and I didn't see anything at first. And all of a sudden, boom, there you go, tornado warning. Let's see what happens if I click on it here and see what it says. Yeah, that's cool. That's a new thing there. Yep, tornado warning. Well, that ain't telling you nothing. Well, it's showing you the county it's in. But it ain't giving you no information. Tornado warning, Georgia, posted August 17th, 8:24 a.m. Let me click it. Okay, there you go. Yeah, you click it. Okay, yeah, it tells you about it. That's cool. Yeah, that's a neat little thing to know there. I use my Google Maps all day long, every day in my truck driving job. So thanks for bringing that up there. That's neat. KG4DQ. Name here is Chuck over here in northern Forsyth County.
All right, Chuck. Like I said, that's the first time I've noticed it, and quite surprised to see it there. And it looked like it was pretty accurate when he talked about it. And I just pulled up Google Maps for something else, and sure enough, there it was. Anyway, I'll let you guys get back to it. See you later in 4HUD.
I'll say one more thing. Doggone it, Chuck, you weren't lying, boy. It's pouring here. K4WCL, I'm back out.
Yeah, it's coming down pretty good over here now. KCYMT. They're showing a radar indicated tornado on right there just east of Homer. The radar indicated east of Homer.
Well, east of Homer's my house.
What's east of Homer? KB2DPY.
There's a radar indicated tornado east of Homer. Just on the radar right now, it's nothing confirmed. If you're in that area, take cover. Somebody didn't make it, try again.
Doom in the sea, give me a road, cross street on it.
Berlin Road, that's Highway 441. It's going up 441.
So it's nowhere near Dahlonega?
Negative. Homer. That's 2 counties from your Rich. You're okay.
Let's see. KG4DQ. Looking at the velocity radar, which I've been doing all night. It looks like the circulation is just now going north of Homer. My map, my radar ain't giving me a road name or anything, but just north of Homer, about a mile or two north of Homer is where the circulation radar, velocity radar indicated.
It's going away from my house, so that's fine with me. I just hate it for everybody else. But east of Homer's kind of where my area is at. Usually when a storm, which all this is coming north, south and north. And usually if there's a storm coming over Homer, it usually means it's heading towards our house, kind of west to east the way it goes.
The way this stuff is moving, it's moving basically southeast to northwest, and it just updated on my map here, and it's still heading. Now it's more northwest of Homer is where it's at right now. Hey Tony, what's going on, man? KG4DQE.
There's some rarity. Actually, you're sounding better. Guess you're over the COVID. We're pretty close to it. And what website are you using? KB2DPY.
Hey man, yeah, doing pretty good, feeling pretty good. Yeah, what I'm actually looking at, I'm not looking at a radar. I'm looking at the what they call the velocity radar. That's where it shows you where the actual the spin is at, what have you. That's what I've been looking, and I'm using the radar scope app on my phone. You know, it'll show you the regular radar, but then once you get if you get like a tornado warning over your area or an area, whatever, then you can change that over to the velocity radar, and then you can see where basically your green and your red intersect, like into a little small spot, and that's where the circulation is. Because green means the wind's going one way, the red means the wind's going another direction. And when you get a green and red right in one little certain spot there, that's where your circulation is. That's what I've been looking at, not actually the actual radar itself. And right now it's re-updated again. Now it's more northeast of Homer.
Daly Road and Pinefield. Daly Road is right north of it. Hollingsworth. That's where it's trying to say it's headed toward Hollingsworth.
And Clayton, yeah, it's on a little bit more northwest from where it was just a second ago. But yeah, that's what when they say radar indicated, it don't mean that there's actually a tornado there. They're just looking at the spin. They're looking at that velocity radar. That's what I've been trying to get used to here lately, watching this kind of stuff, looking at the velocity radar and seeing where that spin is. Yeah, but that don't actually mean it's actually anything on the ground. You know, when you hear them say the storm spotters have seen one on the ground, that's when you need to show enough run. But yeah, it's moving on off away from your house here, Clayton. Where you live at towards Homer? I go through there all the time too. I always stop at the Tiny Town Cafe to get my breakfast.
I'm inside the office. I may not be able to make the repeat it, but I live in Franklin County. I'm kind of east of Homer.
They're saying it's possible there's one on the ground just south of Hollingsworth. If you're over near Hollingsworth, take cover. They're saying it's possible the way it looks.
East County EMS just put over the radio that there's one on the ground. I didn't get the location. Kilo Mike 4 Juliet Delta Delta.
Got it.
All right, we just had another warning for Habersham, but I'm still looking at that circulation, and it is starting to head towards Alto. Alto is where it's heading towards now.
Yeah, they just come over the scanner here for Habersham and said that it is in Banks County. They're claiming that it's going toward Baldwin and Cornelia. That's what they're claiming here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But hey Tony, that if you want to look at that velocity radar, it's showing circulation kind of going right towards the Baldwin. Looks like it's going to cut right into Baldwin, east of Alto, up towards Cornelia. It's pretty handy stuff. I mean, it's a lot better than just looking at the radar itself and just seeing a big red blob heading through the whole area. That velocity radar really pinpoints and shows where that circulation's at.
Yeah, it's basically going up Highway 441 toward Denbridge. Cornelia.
Where are you at up there, Clayton?
I'm in Farmville right now. I live on the Banks County line, Franklin County line, just east of Homer. But I won't be outside. I'm inside the office. I'll know how well they.
I got you. It looks like it's breaking down anyway. It ain't as sharp looking as it was a while ago, so it's probably going to be nothing, hopefully.
Call that at?
A radar scope. Radar, let's see. Let me make sure I got this right. Radar scope. Yeah, SCOPE, radar scope.
Oh, it costs money. Never mind. Roger. KV2DP1.
Average Sound, Baines County, right there on the line, headed toward Cornelia. They're showing something else now. It's not the same one. It says east of Cornelia, going north-northeast, north-northwest.
JHH.
Yeah, Jerry, go ahead.
Going over toward southeastern White County now.
Yeah, just east of Mossy Creek. But not yet, though. It's close.
Just headed over toward Webster Lake Road, Mossy Creek, Leaf, in that area. 115 east of White County.
Jerry, which side of Clarksville you on? You east of Clarksville or west of Clarksville?
Right downtown Clarksville.
Yeah, it might miss you. There might be two of them there. Something there towards the Cleveland area. Between Cornelia and Cornelia, maybe. But the other one's in Cornelia. Headed towards Cornelia.
Or RKK.
Rich, go ahead.
We're word on that tornado, where it's tracking, where it's heading.
It's going north. You're okay. Going up, it's up there north of Cornelia right now, or at Cornelia. You're okay.
My lightning tracker on. It looks like there's a lot of lightning strikes along up there in that area, too.
Get out that spin, it broke up pretty quick, so it'll turn out to be nothing, hopefully.
God willing.
Pretty good debris field, and I got a big hook on my radar screen here in that area.
Yeah, they're showing that debris field, so yeah, it's got to be on the ground. But I don't know until somebody says it's seen one.
Still raining pretty good over here, too. It's coming down.
This is K7 MEO in Mossy Creek. That tornado touchdown, is that Homer? Over?
Possibly. Radar says possibly. We don't know for sure yet.
Understood. I have family over there I'm worried about.
It's already north of Homer.
India 6 Whiskey November Foxtrot. I'm in Alto, Georgia. Does it look like does it appear that it's heading in this direction? Over.
Pretty much east of you. The circulation went up towards the Baldwin, Cornelia area, and it kind of broke up. But the big storm is still kind of east of you. You're just going to get a whole lot of rain where you're at over in Alto. KC4DQing.
For the report, I'm here at work, so I'm going to pop back in the building and let them all know that we're here to experience more rain, but we just need to, hunker down. Kilo India 6 Whiskey November Foxtrot, and I'll be out.
Yeah, thanks for checking in. KC4YMT.
Well, just had the first brownout, K4RKK. Knocked my entire computer system offline.
Hey, Rich, your Delonica's in the bottom part of a bad cell, but you're okay. Just heavy rain's what it's showing.
Copy. I just had a brownout, shut everything down, so time to start.
I was looking at Delonica there. You got a pretty good little chunk of storm right there on you, and it's moving out northwest from you. It should be out of your area in the next 10, 15 minutes.
Copy. It's coming down pretty good right now. And looks like my internet's back up, so I guess I'll be back up here in a minute.
I think the one that kind of broke up or something. See 146.670 if you want to listen to that. Romeo India.
Yeah, Red, this is KHCON. Denny's my name. I run into you at Ingles over there here in Clarksville quite often. And we still have our siren going on here in Clarksville. And I appreciate the information. And it's raining here. And we're just supposed to be going on until maybe about 11:15. So we're just sitting down in the basement, my wife and I, and our two pets, just hoping everything, I shouldn't say it, blows over. But, hey, I won't keep it. Just wanted to check to see if anybody else had cited anything.
It's heading your way, that little heavy-looking storm, so... Yep, you'll be getting a little bit more heavy rain here in a minute.
Real heavy rain.
Yeah, the rain just intensified here.
146.670. And like I said, there's a couple guys on there watching it on radar. And so far today at Mossy Creek area south of Cleveland. Over. But that's it.
Lonica, it's probably at least that.
We'll talk to you again.
All right. Real good, Rip. And you stay safe too, brother, and hope everything get home okay. And thanks for that other frequency. I'll tune in there. Maybe I can listen to what's going on. Hey,
the wind is pretty light. Probably only about 6 to 10 miles an hour. Not real gusting. Somebody had said it may get bad towards noontime, I guess. Fingers crossed on that, K4 RKK.
Yeah, I don't think it's tight as it did a few minutes ago. It's starting to spread out on us, but it's still got some rotation, but not as bad as it was earlier.
See that heavy section of rain over there towards Cornelia? Pretty heavy.
7 MEO in Mossy Creek. I'm actually, this is the first time in 7 years that I've had this rain gauge. I'm actually watching the rain gauge float go up in real time. It's strange. Over.
Yeah, they've got another radar indicator over at Lake Hartwell.
Another tornado, Richard?
Radar indicated twister over at Lake Hartwell.
Jerry, you might be fixing to see some heavy rain. You ain't already seeing it right now because I know these radars are usually 5-10 minutes out, and it's about to hit you head on, man. But there ain't nothing severe in it right at the moment. Just a lot of heavy rain, look like.
I wonder how can you keep repeating what I was saying there half the time, Chuck. I'm wasting real time on TV. You watch it on the radar on your phone. About 5 minutes later. That makes sense now.
A little bit, I think, probably with Jerry, but no, sir. The radar anybody gets, even on TV, the radar is always 5 minutes or so behind because it takes a certain amount of time for that radar to make a certain amount of sweeps. So it don't matter if it's TV or the app on your phone, it's always 5 to 10 minutes behind. Always.
I might go with a minute, but not on 5 or 10. Not on TV.
Okay. Well, somebody will school you on that one. It don't matter where you get your radar source from. It's always going to be behind a certain amount of time.
Where's that lag?
It is. The radar goes around. It spins around, it takes a picture, spins around, takes another picture, spins around, takes another picture, and it does that so many times, and then it'll update. And that's where it gives the information to whoever
whether it's national. You know, you got to realize, Richard, the people on TV, on your news station, they're just getting their information from the National Weather Service. So actually, they're probably behind more than even these phone apps that's coming directly from the National Weather Service. Either way, it's always usually behind at least a few minutes. I'd say at least 5 minutes at least. When I said 10 minutes, that was probably 10 years ago. Used to be 10 minutes behind. Now they probably got it right around the 5 minute range.
Channel 2 has got their own. That's what I'm watching, but I also have time to sit there and bicker about it.
I got it. Suddenly calmed down here. The rain has almost stopped. The winds have calmed down. It's kind of eerie. I don't know. W2JH8, downtown Clarksville.
Might be any high this storm. Hang on.
See an opening coming up on my end over here too. Looks like we got pretty torrential rain right now, but it looks like there's a big opening coming up.
Jerry, if you're correct, if you're downtown Clarksville, it's showing the heaviest, as far as the radar goes, it's showing the heaviest right on top of you, but it's clearing behind it. So therefore, if you're already seeing a clearing, that means the radar is about 5 minutes behind.
SDG, Athens and Jefferson sitting to clear by my radar.
Roger, appreciate it.
Just amazing how much water these storms hold. It's behind because it's lightening up over here. K4RKK.
All right, well, I just had to Google it because I know good and well me and Richard will argue until we have to owe somebody chicken wings one way or the other. But I just Googled it up. And the window is with a 10-minute frame, within 10 minutes, anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. So when you're looking at your radar on your phone, on TV, what have you, it's that radar that you're seeing at that point in time has happened within 5 to 10 minutes. So therefore, neither one of us owe anybody else some chicken wings there, Richard. KG4DQE.
It can rain all it wants right now, as long as it's nice tomorrow.
All I know is whenever the weather says it's going to be a 100% chance of rain, if I see 2 drops hit my windshield, that's 100%. And if that's all I see all day long, that's at least 100% because I got at least 2 drops of rain on my windshield.
We're getting reports of several trees down in the county and a pre-K that has flooded in the basement with some of the kids trapped, as I understand.
That's not good. Keep prayers with them. KG4DQE.
Hi, Jerry. KB2DPY. W2JHH, KB2DPY. Well, I'm just looking at WSB-TV website and saying the tornado watch is about to expire for Banks and Habersham County.
This is Kilo India 6 Whiskey November Foxtrot in Alto, Georgia. Is anyone monitoring?
KB2DPY.
Just a quick question about the tornadoes and such. I know we're past the warning time. I don't know if you have the radar information up or not, but if you do, if you can maybe relay the condition. Over.
I have it up at the moment. KG4DQE, KB2DPY. Chuck, you still got that information up? Over.
Let's see. About the only active warning right now is right over Hartwell. Let's see. I'm trying to look back over towards Alto and everything. Yeah, they're clear over there. Yeah, nothing going on there. Just right now, Hartwell's got the only active tornado warning going. let's see, Bowman. I lost Alto. Where's Alto? I done lost where it's at. Gumlog, Livonia area, Carnesville. Okay, there's Carnesville. Commerce. All that's clear. Yeah, right now, right over the actual city of Hartwell is the only remaining storm right at this moment with an actual tornado warning. And let's see, that will end in 24 minutes.
Thank you very much. We're sitting here waiting it out, and everybody's just kind of staring out the window, and they say, "Hey, go check your radio again." So I appreciate y'all. This is Kilo India 6 Whiskey November Foxtrot in Alto.
Yeah, the storm has already passed through the city of Clarksville. We experienced a little very light rain now, and very light winds. W2JH8.
It pretty much looks like, unless something, once the heat of the day was to build anything up, it looks like it's pretty much this whole thing's pushing up out of the area. I'm thinking maybe later on today, if it gets hot, we'll still have that thing, the whole entire thing still heading into Atlanta. That might pop up some stuff, but right now, all the heavy stuff is pretty much going on out of here. We may not have to worry about it too much longer. We'll see about that, though.
JR4TK, yeah, I was looking at the radar.
Broke up a little bit. All we heard was looking at the radar, and then you dropped out. Try it again. KG4 or DQE?
Worst of it's gone. Worst of it's off to the north.
I look at the big radar here and see where the circulation is actually at for the big, the whole storm. It looks like it's starting to get right up in Atlanta. And all the bands, like you say, the bands are sort of moving off north of us. Hopefully that'll be the end of it there for a while.
My radar, Atlanta's almost in the clear. I don't see much in Atlanta at all now.
All right, yeah. The eye of the storm is if you was looking at like at a hurricane, the eye of it would be like coming right into Atlanta, which there's nothing there. You know how it is from the eye of the storm. And let's see, it's pretty much the last big band is coming around. It's wrapping around Athens, coming on into Augusta. But as far as where we're at, it's all pretty much moving north. Let's see, look at the other radar where I can see it better. Yeah, it's pretty much going Toccoa. That's where some heavy stuff is right now. A little bit north of Gainesville, north of Canton. Or not Canton, Cannon. Elberton, all that. It's all moving to the north of that. The folks over, I guess, let's see, anybody that we're talking to right now, I guess we're pretty much in the clear. It's pretty much gone north of us right at this moment. Dahlonega, yeah, you're in the clear. Toccoa's really about the only one that's listening to us that'd be getting any significant rain right at the moment.
Stops raining here. We got not doing nothing now. I'm on the outside of Dahlonega, about 6 miles out of town, and it's quiet now. No rain at all.
No, I've had my short share. I don't have no fancy rain gauge down here at the house. I got a 5-gallon bucket that's been sitting out there in the yard since all this started. There's about 8 inches of rain in it, so whatever you want to call that, 8 inches of rain and a 5-gallon bucket since this stuff started. So there you go.
KN4LJR.
KN4LJR, go ahead.
Everybody, just heard you talking about the weather. I actually slept right through all that wonderful stuff. a little bit down and out and had taken some medication. So kind of slept through all that. Woke up just a little while ago and heard somebody turn on the radio and heard somebody talking about a tornado watch. So had to turn on the weather and check the weather station over there. It looks like we've had over 2 inches of rain up here on the mountain. And it's still raining right now, a nice light rain. But yeah, just flipped on the graphic of what you were describing there, Chuck. You did a fantastic job describing that. Had a pretty good visual, but anyway, looking at TV now, and yeah, I guess that stuff's rolling on out of here. So I just slept right through it. Good morning, everybody. KN4 LJR.
Sir, name here's Chuck over here. Yeah, well, another thing that scares me is actually what's getting ready to come once this thing pushes on through our area is going to be the gusty winds. And with all the rain that we've gotten, I live in a little bitty storage building underneath a big bunch of huge big trees. So that's what I'm more worried about than anything is once the gusty winds supposed to come through later on today. So as soon as I hear a limb hit the top of my building, yeah, I'll be doing flips over in here.
Can you get videos of the flips?
Tony, I'll try my best. I guarantee you'll be the first one I'll send it to you.
See some video of that.
AB2DPY.
I've been a storm spotter, chaser, whatever you want to call it, skywarn, even before I was a ham radio operator 20 years ago. I've always been interested in storms, tornadoes, and all that. And I actually enjoy being out in the middle of the heavy rain, thunderstorms, and hail and all that. But it's the dadgum gusty winds that seems to scare me more than anything.
Don't forget about the lightning there, Mr. Lightning Rod. K4WCL, in and out.
Yeah, there you go, John. And I was going to mention that earlier when you said, who was it that bought the old radio? And they said it blowed up on them when we were testing it. I was going to say, well, it wasn't my fault because I wasn't nowhere near Jeff. I wasn't nowhere near Jeff's house when that happened.
Chuck, hey, that's pretty cool to know. I didn't know that you were a weather guy from that far back, hence the excellent description you were given a few minutes ago. And yeah, if the winds come in pretty hard after getting the ground as saturated as it probably is. I was looking at the little weather station there. Apparently we were getting over an inch per hour rain rate at one point, and we've had over 2 inches since yesterday. According to the gauge, it comes out with a little message saying it's raining cats and dogs whenever it's raining really hard. Yeah, so pretty good bit of rain, and if things are really saturated down deep and the ground's soggy, all those especially trees that have a shallow root system, you get some wind and those bad boys are going to want to start coming down. So hopefully you're not close to any of those types of trees. And yeah, I definitely want to see that backflip situation too. Pictures and video, or it didn't happen.
5 inches of rain here since yesterday up in downtown Clarksville, and it started to rain again. W2JHH.
Done the same thing over here there, Jerry. Just come another little small downpour. Yeah, I guess my history of messing around with the weather, if anybody can remember, back when the NOAA weather radio actually had real people that would actually give the forecast. Let's see, back in the day, you had Jennifer Nairmore. Let's see, who else was it? Christina Abernathy. She done it before she got to the Weather Channel. There was 2 or 3 other ones that I used to follow, and they become meteorologists on TV with the Weather Channel back in the day. If anybody remembers that's how long ago I used to get back into the weather.
Look, I can remember before the Weather Channel ever came on the air, and but when it came on the air, we would sit and watch it for hours and hours, and during storms and snowstorms and whatever. And now they just have a few blurps of weather information, and the rest of it's some kind of programming.
They turned into MTV. Back in the day, MTV actually had music videos. Then all of a sudden now you can't even find a music video on MTV or out there. At least 10 years ago that I tried to watch MTV. Yeah, man, the Weather Channel was awesome. And now, like you said, they'll pop in there about every 10 minutes or so during a real severe thing, and the rest of the time you're watching Cantori stories or some crazy crap. Yeah, I remember back when Jim Cantori had hair.
Talking about the good old days of the Weather Channel, I do remember that, and I've always enjoyed that a whole lot more. We don't actually, since we don't get cable or satellite or anything like that, and don't really pay for TV otherwise, don't get the Weather Channel. So I do fire up the old Weather Nation if I just want to see some person giving me a report and whatever. Otherwise, you know, as you're doing there, pull up the internet and just look at what you want to look at. About 1,000 different sources to get weather from, even some of the more raw type stuff, you know. I'm sure you probably got some of those programs as well and access to data. Pretty cool stuff. But yeah, I'm sitting here watching an actual person do what you call it, you know, expect to see on a weather station, or on a weather channel, not some other show about some other thing that's not what has nothing to do with weather. And yeah, remember those good old days, Chuck. MTV doing actual music videos. Wow, where have all the good times gone? And also, I see the flood warning, so hopefully nobody here is subject to any potential flash flooding that might be going on. Everybody be safe, especially folks out driving around. KN4 LJR.
Roger that. All right, I want to jump out of here for a little bit. I'm not sure who all's still in here. Richard, I think Gabo stepped in there for a second. Gabo, if he's still in there, make you one. I gotta go outside for a bit. Be back a little bit. KC4 DQE.
If out there, Chuck. W2JHA.
Same here, Chuck. 73's good to hear you. It's been a while. Talk to you again later, hopefully. And Jerry, good morning. And 73, sir. Tony and Rich, and not sure who else. Maybe Gabo, if you're still listening. 73, you guys have a good morning. Be safe if you have to go out. KN4 LJR. I'll be clear.
AB2 DPY. I'll be clear but listening.